is one of the biggest challenges Hasenkamp's high-tech logistics team has ever been confronted with. Shipping the international AMS project. AMS is short for Alpha Magnetic Spectrometer. In a nutshell, a giant magnet designed to one day measure cosmic radiation in space with as yet unequaled precision. More than 500 scientists from 16 countries have been working on this project for years. The development costs for the project are in the region of 2 billion euros. 2 billion euros that would be wasted if anything should go wrong during transport. This is the transport route for the supermagnet. The starting point is Geneva. From there, 1,400 kilometers to Grenoble, and then via Lyon and Colmar to Germany. Via Cologne and across the Dutch border. The destination is Noordwijk on the North Sea coast. Then, a few months later, back to Geneva. The AMS will be flown to Orlando, Florida. From Cape Canaveral, a space shuttle will lift AMS into space. From a space station, it will collect important data, which, it is hoped, will provide science with new findings.
The purpose is to search for the existence of universe made out of antimatter. But the important thing is nobody have ever done such experiment in space before with such precision. And so you basically enter into a new area.
The preparations for an extremely difficult project, both logistically and technically, begin in good time. Such an undertaking can only be taken on by a highly qualified team. Engineers, logisticians, specialized carpenters and scientists work hand in hand on the project. All supporting plates for the transport and all utensils must be prepared and cut to exactly the right size. For specialized transports of this type, Hasenkamp's high-tech logistics team uses a very special vehicle with a height-adjustable girder trailer. A load of 65 tons is spread over a length of 25 meters. The vehicle's main advantage, the trailer, has a hydraulic system to lift the deck by up to 1 meter. This is extremely useful when meeting obstacles or tight corners. First, steel plates are put down on the deck. Vibration absorbers are then set on top of those. The next layer consists of iron distribution plates, which in turn are covered with wooden panels. The vibration dampening platform is complete. It is no coincidence that the AMS-2 experiment is based at the particle accelerator of CERN in Geneva. The entire device is connected to the system and constantly transmits data to the CERN control center. Apart from the magnet, Hasenkamp also has to load and ship other highly sensitive electronic equipment and data storage devices. Once again, the focus for packaging and loading is on accuracy of fit and the highest safety standards. Every part has its own allocated place. The girder trailer is prepared for the transport at the same time. AMS-2 is loaded onto the transport vehicle inside the hall with great care. All cables must be reattached carefully before the 7-ton load can go on its 50-meter crane journey. First, the system must go onto 4 supporting props inside an aluminum container, which already has 20 kilos of dry salt in it. This is to eliminate any remnants of moisture. Fitted beams and lashing straps keep the container in place. To keep up the vacuum in the center of the magnet, 3 pumps must be attached at this stage. 2 inside the aluminum hull and 1 on the outside. They are connected to a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, and a power generator. All devices are housed in a customized packaging. This is the setup for the transport. All tasks are now carried out in a perfectly coordinated manner. Everyone on the team knows their job. All movements and actions are pre-planned. Gerd Strauch manages this project for Hasenkamp's high-tech logistics team. In spite of having many years' experience, this transport poses a special challenge even for him.
Entscheidend ist bei dem Transport die Stromversorgung für die Vakuumpumpe, die eben das Helium während des Transports permanent weiter pumpt. Dafür haben wir einen 40 kVA Stromgenerator auf die Kesselhutbrücke installiert. Dieser wiederum versorgt eine unterbrechungsfreie Stromversorgung, um im Falle eines Stromausfalls auch gleichzeitig eine gewisse Sicherung zu haben. Wir haben auch gleichzeitig einen sauberen Strom, das heißt, der Strom fließt gleichmäßig, was für diese hochsensible Pumpe von großer Bedeutung ist.
The difficult loading process and connecting the peripheral devices were successful. Now, before venturing out into the open, a test drive on the grounds will have to show if everything holds and works. Professor Klaus Lübelsmeier from RWTH Aachen University supervises the AMS transport from start to finish. He has been researching and developing AMS for years. A mistake during the transport process would destroy all his work.
Das ist in Geld fast nicht auszudrücken. Ein Totalschaden von dem Experiment wäre in der Größenordnung von 2 Milliarden Euro. Also das primäre Risiko war, dass wir nicht bei der Fahrt durch Schlaglöcher oder sonstige Probleme auf den Straßen zu große Beschleunigungen auf das Experiment ausüben. Und deswegen haben wir also diese 8 Dämpfer eingebaut, die uns garantieren, dass wir während der Fahrt keine Beschleunigungen bekommen, die größer sind als die von der NASA gefordert.
The convoy exceptionnel, the abnormal load transport, has permission to leave the grounds very early. Apart from the articulated lorry, the convoy consists of 2 HGVs for the specialized equipment and 5 cars. The route straight across France is anything but simple. Because abnormal loads are not permitted on French motorways, the only option is to take secondary roads, which tend to be narrow in places. A recurring challenge en route, roundabouts commonly found in and around small villages and towns in France. To begin with, the convoy has to take a detour across the Alps because of the roadworks. Here, some snowfall soon develops into a veritable blizzard. The container and the equipment must be 100% secure in such extreme situations. But what to do when confronted with a hairpin bend? Easy. Reverse down the remaining mountain road. When this happens, the second driver gives directions via radio. In the end, the convoy, with its valuable cargo, overcomes all obstacles and heads unflinchingly towards its destination.
Firma Hasenkamp hat eine exzellente Infrastruktur, hat eine exzellente Disposition, hat das nötige Lastwagen-Equipment in Verbindung mit der Firma Paule in Stuttgart. Und die letzten 2 Tage haben bereits gezeigt, dass unsere Erwartungen mit ziemlich großer Sicherheit erfüllt werden.
Three months later, the picturesque little town of Noordwijk is situated here on the Dutch coast. AMS-2 was tested here under space conditions over and over again. The time has come for the return to Geneva. The conditions are much more favorable this time, and great progress is made on the motorway. The successful transport back to CERN takes just a few days. By now, it is late summer at Geneva International Airport. The system is on its way for the big trip across the pond. In the end, it was decided to replace the magnetic technology of the system.
Die NASA hat im Februar die Betriebsdauer von der internationalen Raumstation auf 18 Jahre verlängert, bis 2028. Deswegen haben wir den supraleitenden Magneten ersetzt durch den Permanentmagneten, der schon in unserem ersten Experiment AMS 01 1998 geflogen ist.
A special wide-bodied cargo plane is ready for the flight to Cape Canaveral. A US Air Force Galaxy C-5. This exceptional cargo plane boasts a wingspan of almost 68 meters and can take a maximum payload of just under 120 tons. This last loading process on European soil again requires professional teamwork. The US Air Force soldiers too are conscious of the importance and the value of this unique cargo.
This is different. I mean, we hardly ever get to do stuff like this. I would say, you know, this is a once in a lifetime, obviously, doing something like this, supporting such a great project.
Everything runs smoothly. Anchoring the system securely in the galaxy's hull is of particular importance because possible turbulence must be factored in. Finally, a place must be found on the plane for the additional equipment that was on the road with Hasenkamp. High-level flight logistics of this type are also part of Hasenkamp's high-tech logistics services. In the end, a €2 billion project has been successfully shipped across Europe twice and eventually all the way to Florida in the US without the slightest damage. It is just the flight into space that is handled by others for the time being.
We have a go for main start. 3 engines up and ready. 3, 2, 1, 0. Booster ignition.